So if you got a wall you need to mud like this against other walls, I want to show you how I do that. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get some mud into the corner. So I get some mud on my knife, smear it in there, tip it as I get in there. Get it all the way down the bottom here. Get in the corner like that, and then I go along and scrape against the wall to get it off and smash it into that corner. Okay, next thing I want to do is get some tape, put it into the corner, rub it right into that corner like this, all the way up, and then go over that again with mud. Again, take the mud, smear it into the corner, then go through, scrape it off, tie it against the wall. You'll want to go all the way around the wall and do that. On these straight ups and downs, you'll do the same concept. You go through, fill in the crack with mud, and put the tape over it, and go over it again. On all these screw holes, what you want to do is go over it one way, and scrape it off the other way. So you'll go over it one way, scrape it off the other way. Go over it one way, scrape it off the other way. And you want to get any things like that left behind, don't let them dry. After you're done, it looks like this. You'll want to go through and do your second coat, which is basically smoothing over any edges on these, making the joints a little wider in doing so. I'll go through and scrape off any edges like this before I do my second coat. Anything that sticks out, go check for things like that. After I do that, I want to get some mud on my knife. Just like that. I go right to the edge, and then I smear it on and tip the knife towards the wall as I go. And go over it again to smooth it out. And then usually, I'll go on this side, tipping the knife exaggeratedly like this. Get this side, and then do the same on the other side, tipping the knife exaggeratedly like this. By the time you're done, this is some pretty thick mud, but you should have a joint like that. You can go over the middle once more. Now you can see I've got a nice centerpiece, but there's a line there I'll try to fix. And I'll try to burn this edge by tipping the knife like this, putting most of the pressure on that edge. And by the time you're done, you want it to look like that, going up this whole joint. After I get that done and that all dries, then I'm going to try to match this texture here. If you look at that, that's a very light texture. And in order to do that, I'm going to get a small bead of some thin mud here. I watered it down, and I'll take it over to this edge. I get right into the corner here, and then with light pressure, I brush away and go back and forth like this. And let that dry for a little bit and go over and scrape until it looks flat like that. After you get it all textured like this, you're going to want to come to the corners, take a razor knife, and cut right in this corner, just like this, all the way across the corner. Once you get that done, you'll want to pull this tape out of the corner here, like so, and wait for this to dry, and go back and caulk this corner. If you don't caulk this corner, it will crack. After you get it done, your wall should look like this. Once those corners are caulked and that's dry, it can be painted and match the rest of it. And here's how it looks after those corners have been caulked and has been painted. Sorry that was such a quick video and I didn't give much detail on things. But most of what I wanted to show is that a lot of people mud both those corners and try to mud into the existing wall, but you don't necessarily have to do that if you tape it right to the corner and then caulk it. That's something I've been doing lately and trying, and seems to be working well and saving me from having to blend with the old wall. One thing I noticed I didn't mention is you do let the mud dry between coats. You don't want to be putting wet mud on mud that's half dry. But I hope that helps somebody else out who might be adding a wall or trying to fix an existing wall that meets with another wall. Thanks for watching.